Hi, Sailor Moon here, Sailor Mercury here. And today we're going to make a movie talking about why we were always changing cameras around or likeness takers around. Now, I know that we may have made this movie. No, today's movie is going to be about, one more time, we're going to discuss SABAN Moon. Or actually Toon Maker's Moon. And the reason this comes up as discussion is a lot of people first think that SABAN Entertainment or SABAN Capital Group had nothing to do with it. Now, in 1994, there was a bidding war between Deacon and Toon Makers. And they wanted to do English one of Sailor Moon. But not the English one that you men and women are always angry with. Another one. Toon Makers was very different, and a lot of people first think it was SABAN's Moon because they thought that SABAN was involved in it. But the truth was SABAN was only involved with the song, and that was it. So Toon Makers made Sailor Moon. But their Sailor Moon didn't win because Toon Makers had us mix between live moving and fake show and fake moving. And since they didn't do what they were supposed to do, they got disqualified. Now, we're saying some alternate timeline. Toon Makers Sailor Moon was the one that won. Which just say that somehow Toon Makers did everything it was right when it came to Toei, and Toei gave them the first two contracts. Now, this Sailor Moon was completely different. The Sailor Moon that these people would have seen would completely not have anything to do with Toei's Sailor Moon at all. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, Deacon Pioneer, at least Deacon Pioneer had a lot to do, was more close to the Toei than some people think. Toon Makers got really far away from that. For example, Luna was a white cat. Now, how did Luna become a white cat? Mostly, depending on which one you look at, she was either black or blue. So, how did it become white? And Sailor Moon, yeah. You know, Queen Beryl looked completely different from what she looked like on Toei's one, right? And she had a ship. Actually, all the Sailor fighters had ships. Since they were Sailor fighters, they had ships. Yeah. And where was Tuxedo Mask and all this? Oh, he was in it all right. He just, was never mentioned, but he was in it because I did see pictures of it. But let's just say that this alternate timeline, this was the Sailor Moon people saw. Then this was the one that men and women would have gotten angry with, wrath and mad at. And this was the one that they would have said, oh, I wish that Deacon Pioneer had donned the other Sailor Moon. Toon Maker's Sailor Moon was a little different. It was eventually shown to people in, I guess, 1998 AD, or was it 2008 AD? Some year they originally showed the trailer that Toon Makers originally made. But since they didn't do everything right, they got disqualified for it. But at the end of the day, Toon Makers had a different take on Sailor Moon. Completely not the same take that Pioneer and the same one that Deacon Pioneer had. And you really can't bring in Viz into it since Viz just redubbed everything. But you could make an argument that it would be different from that. Now, I know a lot of people, a lot of men and women out there would have been happy to have the Toon Makers one. But I'm sure these people would have gotten angry and wrath. Eventually gotten angry at this one too. So, Toon Maker Sailor Moon was a little different, but since Toon Makers did not follow what they're supposed to do, like a learner who doesn't listen to what the teacher tells him or her, does wrong, does a mistake, and did not win, and that's how Deacon Pioneer one came and got their one. So that's all we're going to talk about. Sailor Moon, Sailor Mercury. See you later.